Hey, what's up guys? James here, back again with some Arknights today. Gonna jump right in, play some more story, chapter 7. Okay. Various reunion members patrol the passages of the hub layer at the heart of Chernobog. Don't take them lightly, their uniforms are the same as the infected guerrillas that once fought in the northern plains of Ursus. Hey, typo! There's a lot of typos in this game. Hey, Demon Eye. What's up, man? You're the first one here. Dang. What's up, Rob? Second. Alright. They'll come in this way. That's annoying. The fuck? That's annoying. First the worst, second the best. What? Then you got a hairy chest? Oh man. Odd jokes, odd jokes. Okay. Thinking of what to do here. This is gonna be annoying. Whatever comes out of here. That's third, and we don't talk about third place people. Bunch of weirdos. Alright, yeah. Keep greedy. I don't think we have range for Aya, do we? Aya's like... Well, she doesn't... Oh, I can deploy on these squares. Oh, yeah. So mad that I can't play FGO currently because I didn't beat the second lost belt. Yeah. That's gonna suck for you. I think... Is it... Is it new? So for NA, or is it not? Yeah, I'm not playing FGO today because a new event for FGO comes up on Thursday for JP, so I'll be playing that. I might jump into NA later and gacha whatever I have, but I don't think I have much on my NA account anyway. And try Kana. Yeah, get Kana if you can. She's really cool. It's really nice. Hey Kellys, what's up? Just deciding what I need to bring. Yeah, Rosa for sure. W? I'm not about bringing W. Rather get Jack than Karma. I think, well, both are good. You can get both, you get both. But then again, you know, you don't pick one over the other. I'd pick Karma, but that's because I like Sakura, so you know, I'm a Sakura face fan. Toha is MP2 Karna or Karma. Being pull-ups for the SP region. Yeah, it's true. That is true. Ah, well. Let's try it out. How bad can it be? How bad can it be? I say as I get wrecked. Assassin Sakura. Karma, yeah. Karma is a bitch, they say. Her name is K-A-M-A. Get it right, people. Okay. No story here. Okay, straight into battle. Hmm. Literally spawn camp at the stage. Yeah, but how do you stop this thing then? The middle lane, this map. The challenge mode, this one mid-range so hard. The freaking dogs. Yeah, I don't know how you cover the middle. AAS2. For Silver should either on the weedy spot facing down or beside weedy spot facing left. Challenge mode increase the cost of range ops. Oh. Oh, okay. That's not good. And to be honest, I should be okay anyway, but yeah. Yeah, so the idea is for Weedy to just push shit. If it gets too close. And then rose up to bind shit. Do I have Myrtle? I do. I do have Myrtle. Oh fuck you, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? Wow, that was annoying. Yeah, no, just a lone dog passed through, didn't pay attention. You don't need to worry too much because you got Elysium. If I had Elysium deployed at that time, yeah. So I took him out. Well, I can do it easily. This one anyway. I don't know how I'd go with CM, the challenge though. Silver Ash is the answer for everything. Let me turn off my Wi-Fi. Phone don't like Wi-Fi for some reason. Who's hyped for Surtur though? I'm pretty hyped for Surtur. I'm probably going to be dumping most of my rocks into that. Use Myrtle for the CM because she's cheap and can generate more DP. True. Could have deployed him facing other ways, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Oh, motherfucker! Ah, he went through! I didn't pay attention! God! Bastard! Stupid dog! Heal on Vanguards and Siege could probably solo a lane. Yeah, you're right. This is what you're here for. This is what you're here for. The misplays. This is what you're here for. Fuck it. Deploy Silver Ash. Better safe than sorry.
Okay.
It's good to play Elysium and Myrtle at the same time after deploying Bagpipe. Tell him you got a shit ton of DP. I've tried double flagging before. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think it would work in this stage, just because the dogs don't start moving straight away. But maps where they move straight away, it's quite hard. Ah, motherfucker went through! Bitch! God damn it! Oh! Yeah. Alright, I'm switching to AS skill 2. Okay. Do I just keep Elysium in? I wonder if it'd be worth changing Weedy skill 1. Should I just volcano? I know! That's what I did last time! Last time I volcanoed the dog. It died. You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'll do. Screw you, stupid dog. W is a bit too slow. Bombs are too slow. What can I do? I don't really have anyone else that I can bind. W can stun. That's like... Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, I guess I keep Elysium in. Use another dog to kill it.
死ぬ覚悟決めろ。発射。行ってきます。負傷した者はすぐに知らせるんだ。オッケー。こうこういいだ。行け。鮮血が武器を攻め戦場を沸き立たせる。はや。
No thorns, nah, I don't have thorns. I think I did like the minimum roll for the guarantee. I didn't get him. Like at most I'm like penguin level in this game. Not even dolphin. I don't really whale in this game. I cash like I buy the pass every month, and then I bought the packs at the beginning of the new year, and that was it. How are you gonna even... How do I do the CM mode for this? So their cost is just higher, right? Okay. Did like 7 pulls, got 2 of thorns. Nice. 6 AM. We don't have much time after we take out that recon team. You're right. We're on a tight schedule. The operators aren't going to climb into the city from the sand. We do that sometimes. But the core city is on the move. It'll be hard to get into the foundation levels. If the operators stand on the sand and wait for the city to pass over them, both height and speed are going to be an issue. Arknights so free to play friendly that I'm getting more 6 stars after stop paying the monthly hunting pass. I'm on my way to getting most of them. I have pretty much everyone that you can recruit already. As in from recruiting. Headhunting, not yet. If they can't open the maintenance hatches and waste chutes on the underside, our distraction and our camouflage won't be worth anything. So our 5 teams will take a vehicle and use the cover of the sandstorm to approach the city, then employ special equipment to climb into the city's superstructure. Life is a meta. We only sent 5 teams. Currently gathering red vouchers for the Royal Vanguard Siege. Same. I was gathering red vouchers for the so I got enough for Angelina when I exchanged for her eventually, and then I got enough for Surtur when I get her, hopefully. Hopefully. We're in no hurry to get the attention of the local Ursus brass. And we wouldn't want them to send out an attack ship to smash Rhodes Island in the wilderness and kill our employees. Every time it says range units cost increase, I forget that includes medics too. Healing defenders, go. Even if they did that, you wouldn't see a single report on it in any newspaper. The bankers and insurance executives will quietly cross out your name and shovel the lucre into their own nest eggs. Don't exactly know what lucre means, but okay. No one will speak of you. No one wants to upset Ursus. Our neutrality gives us some freedom to move in the cracks between forces, and that means we can't be backed by any power. We survived by working in secret, just like when we sent those teams to save you. 5 teams. Leave tracks, cover the tracks. Objective complete. Objective failed. No matter what, Rhodes Island only ever deploys 5 teams. But more teams means more firepower. Even if they're not enough. Cost 3,600 vouchers for full potential breeze and 2,800 voucher for a 4-roll chip. Well, shit. Didn't know that. I exchanged for 1 copy of breeze. Like, this is like at the start of the game when I didn't know any better. And, well, I mean, having 1 is fine, I assume, so. But I could have put it off for a lot longer. Because even now, my breeze is still E0. Even for a city-state like Lungmen, wiping us out would be a trifle. You saw the LGD. They're as strong as any country's special forces. They certainly have a pharmaceutical company beat. So why do they need us? Because this is about the infected. Rhodes Island has departed Lungmen, and we're bearing on the next trade port at 15 kilometers per hour. We'll be in the wilderness for a few weeks before we get there. Aside from some nearby Rhodes Island communication specialists and some trusted vessels, no one will pick up our signal. We'll plot a course around all the nomadic cities' known paths. Even if Lungmen decides to betray us, they won't be able to find us. That's not enough, is it? We need more oomph! Right. We'll need something else to tip the scales. The both of you turned pretty gloomy, huh? I know how serious this is, but you don't have to smile like that, do you? Yeah, did I smile? I know you did. Your lips may not have moved, but I could feel it. So here we are. Hey! No, I have to say this. I do not intend to rebuild any sort of relationship with this person. Maybe forgetting there's 2 sides to this. Myself, Amia, and 3 of our elite operators will lead the 5 teams. We have 3 combat teams, 1 recon team, 1 spec ops team. You may want to meet the leader of one of those teams. I'm sensing some animosity between ourselves and Kelsey. Osmontis, wait! Oh, please. You're badly wounded. Why are you here? You should go back. Go on. Are you going to Swordy this time? Yes. I'll get someone to replace you. How about Misery? He's better at assault ops than you. He'll wave his hand and it will be done. Let's have him go. You don't want me to go? Yeah, you shouldn't. You're giving me a weird feeling, Blaze. This isn't like the missions you went on before. Because I might die? Watch it. You can't just, like, you can't just come out and say it like that. You're too young for such a dangerous mission. It's not right. But Ami is going too. That's because she's Amia. She's just like me. She's infected. She's an operator. And I checked the logs. Ace and Scout are both in Shadowbog. They didn't come back. That means they're gone. I want to see. I want to know what happened. I want to see who's running Reunion. I want to know who did what. I want to know what happened to Ace and Scout. Osmantis, you don't have to record that kind of stuff. Ace? Shit. What the hell am I saying? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Damn my big mouth. Their deaths, they... Please. I'm the one who's wrong. We have happy memories, and painful ones too. You have to remember them both. You're weird, Blaze. Your words are all scattered and broken. I don't want to see you hurting so much. Why do you have to look back at them? You can let go of those memories. You can put them here, leave them there, and don't look back. If I don't look, then what's the point in recording them? If I don't look, then they're forgotten. I won't forget. I definitely won't forget a single death. Right. You're like me. You're a Rhodes Island elite operator. I can't go in your place, really. You're bleeding again? It's fine. I'll take you. Ugh. Osmanthus, you and Amiya look after yourselves. Right, I will. Do I have to meet her? Doctor, Rhodes Island elite operators, for whatever reason, dedicate their talent and energy to Rhodes Island project. The teams they bring with them fully support their work, because our elite operators, to a certain degree, can directly determine how we use a certain tactic. But not all of them are exactly as we imagine them. You met elite operator Blaze, Doctor. There are a lot of rumors about her. Maybe you haven't heard. The truth is, they're a little exaggerated. But everyone has a different impression of her. But Doctor, I think you're capable of understanding her choices. Judging your reaction, you may have already met the one we're talking about. Huh? Then we're okay? Anything else I should know? That's the basic plan. Honestly, it's practical. A plan's a plan. An operation's an operation. Well, the op is what matters. A plan is just a basic outline of an operation. And a misstep during an operation can shatter a plan. Hope we don't have any bad omen specialists here. Oh. That ain't good. We have a problem. Dust density is still too low. This isn't going to work with that light angle. We're in the open here. If they look down from that bridge, they might spot us before we're fully operational. But we can't cover the machine any more than it already is. If we block the airflow, we won't get enough of a current going to kill up the dust. What do? Should we keep moving back? We might not have time. I'll take care of it. Firewatch, keep an eye out, and tell me which way to adjust. Lady? What are you doing? Fixing the angle of the light. To mitigate the suffering of the world. I believe even the sun itself will bow to me. That's some confidence there. Huh? Who's that on the dune? Meryl? They're not saddling up and not falling back. What's she doing? Meditating? Posing? Is she posing here? Oh wait. What's that light? Her whole body is glowing. Uh-oh. Too bright! Thanks, Captain. Thanks for covering my eyes. But it would be great if you weren't squeezing like they wanted to crush my skull. What is Neural doing? She's okay? Well, you say that, Captain. That light is brighter than the sun. What is she up to? Huh? No way. She's pulling in all the light around us? Whoa. Captain, all the light is starting to form together. I know, I'm just saying, could anyone but the Radiant Knight do something like this? Captain, look at the shadows of the sand dunes. Can you even tell what time of day it is? Just trying to brighten the mood here. Once we kick up that sandstorm, we won't be able to see the shadows, right? Shutting up. Sorry. Take us up. We got some weird colored balls clipping us. Don't be scared, instructor. Reunion casters aren't good enough to shoot us down. But just as a distraction, Andy put an air show for Reunion. Put on a good enough show and Reunion might just surrender, huh? Isn't that what they call a show of force? Air acrobatics isn't a show of force. Hold on tight, instructor. I need a barf bag. The device is fully functional. Amiya, we're ready to move. Roger. Drivers, maintain a steady speed. Check your maps. Use a sandstorm to cover your approach to the core city until you're in range to deploy boarding gear. Engage! The sand will cover our tracks. Remember your protective gear and don't let sand into our sensitive equipment. But I can see the sun. Why is the sunlight breaking through the sandstorm? The underside of the core city is so clear. It's like arts. This wasn't part of the plan. Is that natural light? Don't worry about it. Roger that. Grappling hooks, prepare to fire. Operators, make sure the cables are securely fixed to the underside of the city. Once all our operators are aboard, the vehicles will depart at once. I don't usually say things like this, but I'm pretty sure that light just now is a good omen for us. Definitely. I made it a little too intense and had to aim it at the ground. Let's not tell her that part. Hold on, the core city is speeding up. Our machines are wind driven, so they can only keep the sandstorm up within a 1 kilometer range. If they break that range, they'll spot us for sure. Hurry up, everyone. We're out of time. We have to slow down. If we drive out of the sandstorm, Chernobog's optical detection system will pick us up and blow up the whole lot. How many people do you have left? Hurry up, and... There aren't any left. Huh? That's... Put on this mask. It's too dangerous, Doctor. You never had operator training. We can't send you up there alone. Didn't Dr. Kelsey assign you to any battlefield support? Nope. What of it? I did. Eh? Me. Kelsey grabbed by the waist with one arm and pulled you onto the zip line with the other. Seize your own fate next time, Doctor. The sandstorm was ferocious, and the arm holding you was very hard. You couldn't be certain it belonged to Kelsey. All squads, take your positions. Hey, thanks for the follow, Weasel the Pixel. Enjoy your stay. There's no room for error in the operation to come. 10:30 AM. Core City Foundation. Yeah, this is definitely a sign of someone breaking in here. Confirmed one infiltrator. We can't be sure if that bloodstain over there is Reunion's or someone else's. It hasn't turned yet. It very well could be Officer Chen's. We have to hurry. Oh, Doctor. I'm glad you made it here safe. I had hope. You were this close to losing me. Huh? Huh? Is that dangerous, huh? Did you get hurt, Doctor? I'm fine. Let's go. Just some psychological trauma. Goddamn Douglas. What is the CM for this? Doubled. Oh, okay. They're out to counter the commanding tactics of Reunion's guerrilla forces. Ah. They give us E2 Armia. So even if you don't raise your Armia, they make you use her here. Okay. Rhodes Island on a certain day. In this training exercise, we'll simulate a situation where communications are jammed and practice operating under those conditions. Army will also be assisting you. Speedrun this. You must all step up and learn how the enemy fights. Look alive. The enemy's guerrilla forces are here. Get ready. That enemy's an experienced guerrilla fighter? Jessica, I'll stop him first. Got it. I'll make sure you stay healthy. Don't let the nerves get to you. They'll affect your ability to make decisions on the spot. When I did this mission, it was in Chinese. Oh, as in they didn't translate it yet, so this is what they're saying. Okay. I remember they had like a I guess is it a bug? Thanks for the follow. It's me, Arun. Enjoy your stay. Oi, what the fuck is that shit? Incoming. That new enemy is a Guerrilla Herald. He uses an encrypted language to relay messages to the other troops. Well, why does it feel like the enemies are coming at us this way harder now? Hold on a bit longer, Beagle. I'll go take care of that enemy. While on the battlefield, heralds will continuously issue tactical commands to their squad members, increasing the attack and defense of all enemies. Oh. Squad leaders. After receiving these commands, some enemies will even use special abilities. Look, the guerrilla sniper is shooting 2 of our operators at the same time. However, remember that even if the heralds are the heart of the enemy's guerrilla warfare tactics, there are also a weak point we can exploit. Their lightweight equipment that emphasizes mobility also make them the least protected of all the guerrilla forces. So, you're telling me to kill them first, essentially. Still waiting for Padoru. I know! Oh, okay. I don't know though. Do you actually want Padoru as a button instead of like the follow notif? Because then I'd probably have to pick something else as a follow notif. Be careful of that. 2 heralds are here now. Through a coordinated exchange of tactics, the strengthening effect of the commands has been amplified, and the other enemies have become even stronger than before. Fuck. Jessica, think hard and come up with a way to fight against them. It's too hard to deal with these heralds. I don't think I can handle this. Oh. Well, let's go help Jessica. Prioritize taking out their special enemies and create an advantage for our battle line. Understood. Jessica, hang in there. I'll help you deal with them. Okay, so basically you're telling me to do that, yeah? And I guess... What's this about Kiara? Having money does help with life, I found out. Ain't that right? That wasn't that hard. That was pretty easy. Counter guerrilla messengers on their way to the central area of this core city. They employ a unique method of communication and commanding, and we may perhaps be able to draw some inspiration for fighting against them. Okay then. Playing Arknights for a month now, I still haven't figured out many things. It's a fun game. I'm enjoying Arknights. So, these guys, these guys, and these guys. Ha! How do I do this? Why not? I see 7 boobs that I don't have. I roll. Fair enough. Fair enough. Should I just use Elysium? Only 2s. Not all of them. Like, I have like... How many is that? 6, 12, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 E2s. I still have a lot of operators that I don't have E2. Like, I have a lot of 6 stars that I haven't E2'd yet. There's a good chance I'm gonna need a fast redeploy, or actually not really fast redeploy, but a boss killer unit essentially. Now the question is, do I bring Skadi or do I bring Utage? Probably Utage, right? Take out Weedy, I guess. You're only 1 month into the game. It makes sense that you'd only have a 1 E2 at this point. I have 2 spots for melee. Huh. Yeah, it was when I was starting out, it took me ages to get an E2 as well. But like I rushed to get an E2. So my first E2 is actually Perfumer. Because once you have an E2, you can pick E2s from your support list. It's quite nice. How am I gonna deal with this? I mean, I suppose I could just wall up here instead. I have to block off like here, here, and here. Oh, it's a pain in the ass. Silver Ash E2. Hey, Silver Ash E2 is really good. Save money, help with life, but no boobs, no life. I mean, you could just try it, see how it goes for now, I guess. Yeah. Focus on middle because the other lanes only have buffers. Okay. Shadowbog underground base. 10:30 AM. Were you waiting for me, yo? Yes. Took me a long time to find you. We'll begin the operation after we finish collecting all the environmental information. Before that, it will benefit you to hear exactly what's going on inside Shadowbog's core city. Army is a bit tied up on the scene, so she won't be able to join this discussion. You've already read the information in the mission briefing, but that kind of information is not good enough for a mind like yours. I'm glad you see me as more than a simple battlefield commander. You might not remember, but I do. I remember you had quite a talent for heating up rations by pouring boiling water directly into your mouth at 4 in the morning. What? If you don't believe me, you can try for yourself. Let's skip the chatter. We don't have much time. Rhodes Island and the LGD worked together to take down Reunion, and neutralize the forces controlled by Mephisto and Croneslayer. After that, Reunion's deployments in Lungmen fell apart completely. Amir reported to me that you had a difficult fight with Frostnova, and infected with serving Reunion as a leader of Special Squad at the bottom of Lungmen. The battle ended in your victory. I wouldn't call that a victory. I understand. According to the data from the PRTS, you had the cooperation of our operators when you brought the enemy's body back to Rhodes Island for treatment. I don't consider her an enemy. Doctor, distinguish your friends from your foes. No, you might get the wrong idea, but you must hear me out. I'm not trying to blame you, Doctor. Armia told me what happened between you and the enemy commander. Only those who were there at the time had the information to decide what to do. I don't have the right to overreach and criticize your judgment. You tried to understand the motives of that infected. You were willing to bear the consequences for the things she, Frostnova, did. That is what you did. If you plan to use this method to make sense of the suffering in this world, I have no reason to blame you. I'm even willing to vouch for you before the operators of Rhodes Island. Doctor, make your own decisions and I will try not to interfere. After that, I will determine the part of the responsibility that belongs to Rhodes Island. Your powers and responsibilities complement one another. Distinguish your enemies from your friends. Those are your words, not mine. If you really want to breathe as one, you're actually siding with me? I never said that. More accurately, Frostnova and her Yeti squad were a guerrilla team of elite infected. Right now there are still 2 elite forces that Reunion is still able to mobilize. These guerrilla warriors are the first. The second is the Sarkaz mercenary W and her team of sellswords. According to my intel, W's used some unhanded tactics to seize leadership of the Sarkaz mercenaries working with Reunion. We don't have time to go over what should be common historical knowledge, but let me say this frankly. Sarkaz mercenaries are unreliable. A problem W faces just as much as Reunion. Sarkaz mercenaries are unlike normal agency mercenaries. They are the overflowing military might of Kazdal, spilling out across the land. Recently I have this obsession on 4 stars trying to E2 lots of them plus masteries. Probably coming from Karabi's Fungi Mist event. Yeah. Oh, it was fun using random 4 stars though. That was fun. Trying to control them is an act of folly. It will only anger the forces backing them. You seem to have a pretty deep understanding of the Sarkaz. I haven't even got to the important part. The point is, the infected guerrillas of the Yeti squad are completely different from the Sarkaz mercenaries. There are no similarities between them in terms of their forms, organization, behavior, or creed. Before joining Reunion's ranks, they were an independent guerrilla force of the infected, and their prestige was even greater among certain groups of infected than that of Reunion. And before they formed this guerrilla force, they used to be part of the mighty USS Army. Guerrillas of the Northwestern Tundra. I'm not sure where you learned that piece of information, Doctor. Try calling me impressed. Though that piece of information itself is fairly basic, I'm relieved that you're able to proactively gather intel on your own. J is the first and only OP I maxed. As in, like, max level 90 and max mastery? To be honest, I don't know who I would max mastery. Not sure. Can't stop raising them. Help. Fungi misses over. Must resist the 4 stars. Why does it feel like you're poking fun at me? I only give what you deserve. We've arrived at the foundations of the industrial sector at Shonobog's core city. Next we'll lead 3 teams through the complex underground passages, take the sewer pipes into the industrial layer, and come up in the heart of the core city. Be aware that any enemies you see patrolling these areas are not the ordinary Reunion thugs you're used to fighting. We will meet rigorously trained soldiers. Reunion soldiers, trained in the tactics of Ursus's own army by the guerrillas. Our recon operators discovered that communication networks have been forcefully cut off within the core city. Rather, it seems that Reunion didn't even try to maintain these channels. Your M40 skills. Don't need the M3 S1. What was the S1 even do? Wasn't the S1 was like heal and then the S2 was like silence, I think? Or J? Or did I get it the other way around? This is a severe constraint upon modern day squads who rely on the most common modes of communication. What this means is Reunion either already has some special way of communicating, or they simply aren't prepared to fight. Based on what we saw in Shadowbug a month ago, don't expect that second scenario. However, if communication is cut off, the lower ranking reunion members won't receive direct commands. Most of the time, expect them to act independently. I fear they won't know signals they cannot receive. A signal that only countries and city-states can distinguish. One that marks a territory of Ursus. The other way around. Okay, well, it's the other way around. You don't need silence. Okay. I would have figured that'd be one of the first ones you'd need. But then again, they'd be making more bosses and stuff that you can't silence, so... Yeah, Lapland caused that problem. A terrible storm is brewing within the city. Chaos, whether caused accidentally or deliberately, will permeate everywhere like thick smoke. They're a step ahead of me, and the seeds of ruin have already been sown. What's your conclusion? Conflict is brewing within your union. It's so hard to say. How are you so sure? I've seen the same thing unfold countless of times across this land. Is there something you're not telling me? I've said pretty much everything I needed to say. As for the rest, we'll cross those bridges when we get to them. Even if we're still just preparing for war, efficiency still matters. M3 does not increase the time, only M1 increases it to 2 seconds. I see. So it probably increases the duration of the skill at least, or maybe reduce the cost of the skill. Please help me notify the members of Team R4, Doctor. Have them take these devices. Hold on. Is there a problem? Don't these belong to Rosmontis? Yes. You seem to know more about Rosmontis than the conversation you had in the bribe processing unit indicated. I saw her getting ready to fight. Never expected she'd have the power to use a device like this. Every elite operator has a considerable amount of strength. We expect them to take a charge. So you haven't had time to understand how Rosmontis fights. But just to get this out of the way, there are some things they should not be shouldering alone. As a field commander, a necessary part of your job is to help relieve the pressure on those operators. In this upcoming battle, you may make some shocking discoveries. Huh? Very few people aren't shocked after watching Rosmontis fight. Make sure you're ready for it. Doctor, you're here. We intercepted an enemy patrol squad, steadily handling the situation. Has fighting started already? Doctor, your position there is kind of risky. I think you'll probably want to move. I just got here. Right there, right behind you. Doctor, it's really dangerous to stand next to her. Enemy. What do you mean? Responses? Enemy. Doctor, those are the ones who killed my family. Enemies. Response, what happened? Doctor, step aside. Get out of the way. I'm not like Amiya. Amiya's arts can go around her friends to strike her enemies. But not me. I can't. So don't stand between me and my fight. Yeah! That girl! The one carrying that box! What's going on? What's wrong with my eyes? I can't see anything! My eyes! My face! It hurts! It hurts! Something's crushing my head! No. It's been a long time since I've crushed anyone to death. Those swords. Those swords! Rosmontis? Reunion. I don't want you in my memories. Any of you. Okay.
出発だよ。
主の名を掲げ、この旗の下へ集え。
おいてめえ。What the fuck? How fast?
問題ない。即戦即決。
Well, GG. Okay. Okay, fine. Elysium too slow. Elysium too slow. Okay. Myrtle it is.
任務行く行く。
Or I could have put Elysium like in the middle to block that dude.
命令に従い。
But
出
nah.
撃。ドクター、ここっていい景色だね。みんな、こっち来て。ビクトリアのバグパイ邪悪を壊滅しうるは勇猛さ。面倒だな。オッケー。思考を明晰にするは戦術。
Bagpipe skill 3 first. Ah, too late. Okay.
ア
Yeah.
ーツユニットチャージ中。私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。本気で行くよ。
Okay.
こっそりどこかに行っちゃうかもね。私の武器は誰にでも扱えるわけではない。まずは戦闘マニュアルのリンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。大当たりを引くのは誰かしらね。
W next to medic to hit buffer. Yeah.
私の出番かしら。了解。
Never mind.
誰もサプライズ付きだから好きに選んで。
I got Rosa to cover it, so should be okay.
わあ、みんなこっち来て。もしどこかが急に発火したら、それはただの副作用だからね。
Okay.
Hmm. Well, I don't need a deployer now anyway, so it's fine. I guess we can just see how things turn out. That's a delay from sending a message and not being able to read. Maybe refresh your browser. Oh, that's a non-deployable tile. Oh, wait, no it isn't. It's just that there's a bomb here.
3つ数える間に投稿のチャンスをあげる。さあ、いらないパーツあったらちょうだい。3つ数える間に投稿のチャンスをあげる。さあ、私が必要だね。
W is a bit of a waste here. Hmm. Herald's a lower defense and res. Okay. Or maybe I should be using Skadi instead then. Then again, this was super easy. Don't really have to change anything. Well, I could take out some units for trust farming, I guess. Let's see. Who am I not likely to use very often? Skadi next to their spawn looking up. Yeah. This Skadi instead of Utage.
チーム戦は割と得意だけど、ただ。わかったわかった。みんな、着地の準備はできていますか？
Target attack is high enough to bypass their res, should be fine, but yeah, physical damage to kill them faster. Well, it should be fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay. Okay.
Ah, man. Fucking deployed her wrong. Whatever. Yeah, res works differently than defense. That's all I really know. I haven't looked too much into it. I know like defense is like a static minus. So like attack minus defense. But res is like, I don't know, it's weird. Percentage of arts and defense blocks a flat amount. Yeah, to be fair, that's just the introduction for heralds, easy enough. Still in reachable range. True. Bloodied, torn, pierced. This isn't right. Us, enemies, people. Wailing, screaming, groaning. You have a question? Ask. Doctor, is this your first time seeing Rosmontes fight? I know it's hard to watch, but I'll handle it. You go tend to the wounded enemies who can't fight anymore. Also, among them are communications personnel relaying orders and intelligence. I'm real MVP for later maps, at least for me. If they're allowed to escape, it puts our whole operation at risk. Roger. How old is she? 14. And you're letting her? People, please, let me through. What happened here? I just finished handling the... Doctor? What? Doctor, did you just call me? Who sent you out to fight? Who sent you here? Doctor! Should not have to suffer through this. Why would they let you do this? This isn't right. I did. I chose to fight. I want to fight. There are some feelings I can only experience on the battlefield. Protecting my friends and family is the only way I can feel complete. Rhodes Island needs me. The world is calling my name, to prevent more people like me from coming into it. Still though, you can't. Does death care that I'm a child? Would war or disease spare someone because they are a child? When Amia or I stand on the battlefield, who looks at us and thinks children? We're monsters, aren't we, Doctor? That's deep. No. No, Doctor. Doesn't matter what I am. I just want to make a difference with my family. Do you know Scout? What? Do you know Ace? Yes. It's already been a few days since I watched any of their materials. I've forgotten a lot. But I only forgot. I'm not like you, Doctor, who threw away everything. Rosmontes. No, I didn't mean that. But you get it, Amir. I get it. But just don't say it like that. Fine. I've lost bits and pieces of things. Lots of pictures and words. There's feelings. Feelings I can't say. Only your army I can understand. Oh yeah, by the way, it's me, Aaron. In case you're not aware, I am playing through Chapter 7, which is a big spoiler for you. just, you know, putting it out there. It's like, you know, an hour and 14 minutes in a stream too late, but still. There's feelings. Feelings I can't say. Only army I can understand. It's like 20 res makes it like that 100 arts damage does about 80 damage, something like that. Yeah. Is it good to make Hoshi E2 next? Hoshi is Hoshi's good, I suppose. She's not like amazing, I guess. Well, how do I say it? From what I know, because I have Hoshi, I intend to raise my own Hoshi as well. I only just got her recently. From what I know, Hoshi is very similar to other defenders. You know, if you have Akura, who's a 4-star defender, she can easily cover mostly of what Hoshi does. The thing that Hoshi provides over what other defenders don't is that Hoshi can provide DPS to your team, so additional DPS. which can be quite handy, especially early on in the game, I suppose, when you lack DPS in your rest of your team. And she also has a skill which lets her deal damage whenever she's hit. So let's say a drone attacks her, then she can like reflect some damage back to that drone essentially. So she can deal damage to like ambushed ranged enemies, I guess. That's one of her niches. Other than that, mostly you can cover what Hoshi does by having Kura, who's a cheaper 4-star. So if you feel like you want to save materials, then I would recommend to save your materials and raise a Kura instead. Otherwise, go ahead and raise her. It should be good. Those tanks are good enough at E1 max anyways. Same case for medics, so yeah, definitely focus more on damage dealers early on. Yeah, early on you want to focus on DPS. So get a ground unit, get an aerial unit. The cheapest anti-air unit to raise is like Cruise. Get them crocodiles. Better late than never to say, hey, by the way, spoiler text here, but yeah. But they never truly left me. Doctor, I feel like you're complicated. Even more complicated than they say. They say I'm complicated too. Some of them are scared of me. Some of them say I shouldn't be like this. They don't know why I'm like this. They don't know what I've been through. Why does my heart suddenly ache? Why do I want to cry, now of all times? Even though I can't remember anything, why are my eyes still sore? Why are my lips dry? Who left a stain in the corridor, and why hasn't it been cleaned? Why do I feel worried when I break a vase, but also strangely happy? Why do I feel disgust from looking at flowers, or wonder from looking at bugs? What happened during all that time? I can no longer remember. Why do these emotions keep welling up within me? Every operator I feel has their own unique differences. And when I lose them, those feelings also disappear. But why? Why do we even have emotions? Why do my tears keep flowing, even when I can't feel anymore? Didn't I already forget everything? But Rosmontis never wanted me to take her feelings away. These sudden surges of emotions belong to her, no matter what they are. They belong only to Rosmontis. I can't interfere with them. As long as Rosmontis still has hopes somewhere inside her, I won't do that. Because it's up to her to choose what to do. She can also choose to forget. To truly forget. What happened to Rosmontis? Doctor, Rhodes Island has a strict screening process for our operators. Many of them apply for combat roles, and we reject most of those. We look at lots of different metrics to decide if an operator is fit for combat. Combat ability, tactical aptitude, discipline, and physical fitness are all important parameters, but that barely scratches the surface. People often have difficulty trusting one another when they're on an actual mission. Rosmontis is here because she trusts in our orders and objectives, and we trust in her abilities and judgment. Please believe in me, Doctor. No, believe in us. You'll slowly begin to see the colors of her emotions. Doctor, thank you for fighting alongside Blaze. You don't have to thank me. Blaze needs more people fighting alongside her, and I want to see her smile. I want to see you too, and I want to see the one Ace and Scout always talked about. In short, have a few E2 units that can carry you and clear maps fast like Thorns and Aya. Yeah. Strict screening process, you sure about that? Looks at Jay, Myrtle, and Durun. Well, clearly they passed the qualifications. Myrtle can pass the qualifications with a tablecloth. Here you are. You found me this time. She uses heavy machinery to quickly and effectively destroy the enemy, while at the same time exhibiting astonishing self-control and adaptiveness. Rosmontis is one of Rhode Island's greatest annihilation specialists. As such, the way she treats people and the way she speaks may worry you. The way she fights in its contrast with her appearance is indeed very cruel. Blaze running around with her chainsaw may be easier to accept, but the destruction of when Rosmontis takes to the field is much harder to stomach. If it will help you sleep at night, I can make you a promise, if it will help at all. Rosmontis almost never kills, though her tactics seem to singularly aim for that outcome. She actually focuses on disabling the enemy's combat abilities. Take the last battle, for example. All the enemies were disarmed, and not a single one died to Rosmontis' attacks. She also has much more control over her weapons than she once did. Of course, whether or not we can keep the prisoners alive depends entirely on our ability to destroy Reunion's leadership. Only then will we be able to send rescue teams into the core city. Oh, well, she did drag JT. Tablecloth. But sometimes we must use lethal force in order to accomplish our goals. Some loss of life is inevitable. You still look disturbed. Is this all beyond our ability to accept? You might not be able to accept the truth either. Her terrifying rigidity of arts and incredible perception are not the only reasons why Rosmontis is an elite operator. Rosmontis demonstrates these qualities because she became an elite operator. We made our judgment not on whether to send her to battle, but how disastrous the consequences might be if we didn't let her become a fighter like this. What kind of consequences? Worst case scenario, her arts leak out from her body and push her to kill, subconsciously or otherwise. Humans killing each other has become the normal state of things. Even so, most people still hold the weapons and starve themselves. Whether or not someone who has lost their sense of self can still be called a person is another topic I'm not interested in discussing. But humanity grapples with the extent and manifestation of this problem. When you deprive a human being of her sentience, what is left? What is created? When that creation deprives us of our lives, who is at fault? The one who created the weapon, the one who used the weapon, or the one we treat as a weapon? Wait, let me go through that again. When you deprive a human being of her sentience, what is left? What is created? When that creation deprives us of our lives, who is at fault? The one who created the weapon, the one who used the weapon, or the one we treated as a weapon? Something to think about. Something to think about. I'll figure it out myself. As we move on to the next battle, I may be able to teach her more. By the way, on the issue of her age, Amiya puts on an air of maturity that may have you fooled. Maybe, maybe not. A young creature known as a deadly weapon won't be seen as an ordinary child just because she looks young. Not to mention all of that they've been through. Take what you need. It's time to head to the surface. To the surface. What about Amiya? Is she a weapon too? You can ask her yourself. This is something you should hear from her. Kelsey, stop right there! Warframe, I was just leaving. Whatever it is, make it quick. You know the prophecy, don't you? Yes, there's nothing you don't know. Prophecy? Is that not why you allowed Amiya to go? Amiya is the commander of this operation, as well as the one who suggested it. Hey, you a weapon? That sounds like Ghost Frontline. But as young as Amiya is, how could she command? Orphan, how long has it been since we left Kazdal? Be precise, or I'm leaving. 2 months? Well, a joke is that she is a cactus. Where did that joke come from? Orphan, stop joking around. I know what you mean. She's grown up. Yes, Orphan. Time flies. Age progression in cultists and vampires is radically different. Is that why? Because she's a cultist which looks very close to cactus. No, I'm in fact a donkey. Pedal. It is in fact 3 years since we left Kazdal. It may feel like a short time to you, but Armia has matured a lot. Answer my first question, the prophecy. The last Wendigo will die at the hands of a lord of fiends when you beat the boss. Correct. I'm familiar with that guerrilla group and the leader. I'm certain it's him. The original phrasing of the prophecy was the son of Hortekers? How do you pronounce that? Traitor to Sarkaz and disreputable end of the bloodline will be executed by the Lord of Sarkaz. Some prophecy. Whether or not there's any extension of their bloodline, there are still many Wendigos living in their lives in Columbia and Ursus. That is, if a few dozen can be called many. And considering the context of the time, you should view it as a threat. Many people do not want to see the Wendigos leave Kazdal. And you read the story when it's on boss level. It wasn't either of us who said it, and since you remember it, you must have found it important, no? Are you getting old? Since when do you believe in prophecies and Sarkaz witchcraft? Old? Me? I contracted neuropathy. Death is always here with me, waiting for the right time to strike. Orphan, my life is no doubt much shorter than you think. Hey! Must we be so morbid? I'm not your little girl Closure. I won't let you keep skirting the topic. The issue you raised is quite morbid. Never mind. Cameron Kelsey. The others might not say as much to you, but I will. He is one of the very few left among us. I'm no bleeding heart, no goodly busybody. But we are Sarkaz. I'm a vampire and the old man is a Wendigo, but we are the same. This world is a tough place for Sarkaz. I hope he can return to Kazdal if possible. Or come with us. I'm not, Warfarin. I'm not Sarkaz. Say you refuse? No. I'll do what I can. Even I remember him from. To this day I'm still wondering how the fuck Hodora W superior pronounced as Hodori in JP and spellings. I don't know, man. Japanese actually does that sometimes. Yeah, when you have like English words and you translate them to Japanese, the pronunciation actually kind of changes. And I imagine the same is for like other languages as well. Your promise is stronger than anything. Don't get your hopes up that this will be easy. But this time, you'll be there. As long as Dr. Kelsey makes her best effort, I'll accept the outcome. Maybe you haven't heard, but your proposal came too late. Some things have already unfolded, and rather unfortunately. Some time ago, an infected clinic in Chernobyl called Azazel traded information with us. I learned some more information about the Wendigo in Reunion's service. Is anyone saving from Mudrock though? After Surtur, I will be, I think. I don't know how far off are we until Mudrock anyway? What's more, and you should know this as well. Anyone who stands against the most brutal blade in Ursus will soon learn whether it tastes of salt or rust. Nobody should knowingly place our operators in danger. Some patients' days are numbered. That number depends on the doctor treating them. It's all up to us. It's all up to us. And I told you before, you may have forgotten. I won't discipline you for it, but I may do something to put an end to it once and for all. You're not to say I'm frightening, Warfarin. We've been over this. Do not, under any circumstances, even at Rhodes Island, speak of the Lord of Fiends. Ever. 3 or 4 weeks? We got a bit of time. Yeah, I'm like so confused. They call Myrtle Teninka and Blue Poison Azurius. And changing code names is pretty cool too. I've never heard of those names before. Wait. All hands at ease. Rosmontis, am I getting this right? Yes, I feel it too. Doctor, something unexpected here. What is it? I'm not totally sure, but the core city might be slowing down. Yeah, it could be.
ドクター、私ちゃんと役に立てた？
The knot that is to this day has still not been untied. Unknown time. You're not going to draw the curtains? The glass here has already been broken. Doing that would just be lying to myself. The glass doesn't matter, but the Chen is safe does matter. She's skilled, not like her father or her mother. Yes, nothing like her. Beneath my feet is already another river of lights. Lungmen has already returned to normal, but they still don't know what will happen next. Alone, Chen Huichi cannot stop this disaster. Rhodes Island is with her. They will find her. Wit can no longer hold back the conservatives. For so many years, he has tried to suppress the Great Lords. He has not been able to completely defeat them, only weaken them. After the Great Rebellion, a harsh blow was dealt to the generals of the various armies, and there were nobles behind them. Their status and wealth will be absorbed by the State Council, one by one. Yeah, it could just be easier for Japanese people to pronounce. That's true. But I'm afraid that... Afraid of what? What if Wit is lying? What if this whole situation is plotted by Wit and the Emperor? What if the young Emperor planned all this? Our enemies have always lurked in the shadows, but they've always had to stand before the brightest spotlight. You're already deeper in the shadows than most others. It's not enough. Just like back then. If Kashi, if he was in this situation, he'd burrow deeper. But you are not Kashi. Kashi would not have been able to make Lungmen what it is today. It's just that if Tao really was taught by Kashi, that doctor from Rhodes Island, do you think she's lying? I'm not sure. There aren't many people like that who don't lie. Rhodes Island is good at hiding itself. They feign weaknesses before us, and will not reveal any secrets. But I would rather believe that Kashi shaped the current Tallulah. We can't afford the terrible consequences of underestimating the enemy. Tell. Because of that, I can't let Chen do this alone. Kashi has all the cards in his hand. Even if he is dead, his vision may yet come to pass through his era. None of this could be what he wanted. The scout team reported that some of the infected left Lungmen were moving in the direction of the core city. The core city must stop for a period of time, during which they received these infected refugees. Even if Tallulah bared her fangs at Arceus, she would not betray reunion in front of everyone. This is the best opportunity. I'll bring the Shadow Guard. You? They've already done too much for me. I promised that I'd never ask them to dirty their hands, only to break that promise again and again. And now, I would ask them to die for Lungmen? If so, I will be with them. I won't allow it. You doing that will play right into Kashi's hands. That would not be a win at all. Is it not a stretch to say that everything we've done since regaining Lungmen has been played into Kashi's hands? I fucked up that line. Oh well. We've won before. It was our victory at first, even though it was painful, you and I. Edward and Kodri. Without us, he would have wiped this out the city. I've never once regarded this incident as an unfortunate beginning. I won't treat Edward's death as if it was by Kashi's hands. Click Kash and JP. This I get. Kasha. Oh yeah. It's the click sound. I get that. I never put that together. Would you rather treat it as a nightmare? No. The nightmare should have finally ended when Kashi died. Is he really dead? Maybe he lives on in Tallulah. Qualified successor will allow him to continue his life of chaos. Tallulah is too much like him. For someone who had no children, Kashi truly received the most suitable seed. Even if I can treat Kelsey's words like fabrications, I cannot deny the facts. There is a conspiracy against Lungmen that reads too much like Kashi's handwriting. I don't believe it. Tal has never been that kind of person. Why is she doing this? We have no choice but to believe it. Tallulah planned all of this. But if she thinks Lungmen will roll over and die, she will find she is sadly mistaken. Lungmen will not fall. I will not any harm continue to Lungmen. Come to Lungmen. But you also cannot stop this war. Do you want me to die with you? Fumizuki. Are you threatening? No. That's not what I meant. It's just that... No, you can't. Only cowards will elevate themselves on the corpses of others. And without you, I wouldn't be able to. Maybe I was a coward before, but not anymore, Fumizuki. I won't let anyone lay a finger on you. I'll find a place for you to hide. Be it Lithania, Sargon, or Sami. You can't go back to Higashi. I'll send you to a distant country. To a small quiet town that nobody knows about. I'll hide you there where nobody can follow you. My brother. No matter how much he hates me, he won't chase you to the ends of the earth. I know he won't. But I can't live like that. Do you want me to spend the rest of my life alone, Yimu? Do you want to torture me with your death for the rest of my life? Don't you remember why your sister died? No. Fumizuki, I want you to live. Wait, Yimu, I told you, I'm fine with it. To die with you would already be the best terrible outcome I can imagine. Or rather, no matter how terrible it is, it'll be a fine ending for me. Don't say that, Fumizuki. I won't be that kind of person. I won't let you do that either. But you know, you can't stop me. You've never been able to stop me from doing what I want to do. Fumizuki. Yimu, you've always been frank with me. Sometimes you won't even tell me anything when you finally come out with it. I always know that you're telling me the truth. I didn't want you to die. But I also didn't want Tao to die. I don't want any of us to die. I miss Tao. I'm always reminded of how much she looks like your sister. But she has Edward's eyes. And that temper she had when she was little. I have no choice. I have no idea who she got that from. It's been so many years since I've seen her. I don't know where I saw that word, but whatever. We all owe this to her. And Huichi. Yes. And little Chen as well. Little Chen is gone. Now I won't be able to see her ever again. I'll never be able to buy her beautiful clothes and comb her hair into a work of art. She didn't like the traditional attire that much. But I liked it. How beautiful she will be. But even if that's the case, even if we've said our final farewell, I hope that little Chen can find somewhere else to settle down comfortably. That's what I hope. Still waiting for Manticore to come home. The skin I got from CC. Here we are. I have Manticore. I don't have the skin. I need to get the skin. I know you don't want to rely on Rhodes Island. I know you won't budge. Hedge all your bets on them. But I want you to wait for a while. And let them do this, Yimu. If they fail, then we should go together. You don't want to have the blood of your loved ones on your hands ever again, right? If that happens, I'll help you take Tao's life. Then we will die together. Fumizuki. You want her to live as well, don't you? Is this Lungmen a place that wants all of us to die? I would rather serve than see them again. I would rather never see them again. I'd rather never see Lord Chen and Tao again and forget about them. But I also want them to live on. Just like you. Just like you wanted me to make this decision. Sumizuki, if things pass the tipping point, you must listen to my arrangements. Our lives are not indivisible. Of course not. Yamu, I do not solely exist for you. Everything I've done, from beginning to end, has not only been for your sake. You must secure what I am fighting for. Don't dodge the issue anymore. Look at me. I will stick to my decision. Do you want to cry? It's fine to cry, Yamu. No, Fumizuki, no. I'm fine. Want to build Chen Bomb, but that shit was fucked on. Same. It'll be a while before I get Chen Bomb. Be honest. There are people who simply want to rest and find refuge within the city. Why should they suffer a needless death? Don't we just want to give them a home? Don't we want all people just like us, who have nowhere to go, to have a warm place to rest? Do I not simply want to build a little city where everyone can live with peace and mind? Who was Lungmen built for? The way it is now? What was Lungmen built for? I am no moralist, Fumizuki. The closer I look, the more I realize that only one death is needed. My own. Don't be like this. You mustn't. I'll have the Shadow Guard escort you to Sargon. When did Lungmen turn into this? And when did I become like this? Holy shit, I'm so tired. Why am I so tired today? I should have slept more last night. Oh. Found a strange sarcasm regime altar in the hub layer. Altar seems to have strange effect upon the surrounding environment. We can also leverage it to mount a defense against the enemy. Originium altar. Oh! They're introducing these now. Periodically emits pulse waves to the surrounding tiles, damaging both allied and enemy units. Thanks, Kellys. Sad, really. She's kind of underwhelming. 6-star. That skill 2 M3. Well, yeah, I guess so. You know, talent doesn't really help either, because it's helping with offensive recovery. I don't know if it helps defensive, but I mean, most people don't use offensive recovery because most skills with offensive recovery are terrible. But I assume any character who has offensive recovery can use Chen and be good. How am I gonna do this? Maybe the pulse. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 in range of the pulse beams. Most people use her by totally dropping though. That's where she shines. Yeah. That's where I've seen Chen mostly as well. Is it drones? No.
先輩。
Okay. We'll give that a shot. $11:30 a.m. Leader. Phantom crossbowmen. I'm glad to see you returned safely. You brought so many. And they are all our people from Lungmen? Are they? There are so many infected who came back with us. I didn't think we'd meet you here. You can save a lot of lives, making full use of Shadowbug's resources. This core city will be our final weapon to breach Lungmen. What? No, my leader. Why was Lungmen so different from what we planned? So many of our comrades allied back there died back there for nothing. You dare speak to the leader like this? No, he's right. Many of our dear friends have suffered so much. The enemy left a lot of treacherous traps for us that disrupted our plans. If that was a major attack it was a major attack setback. However, even if our pioneers face some obstacles, the reunion movement will avenge them. I shall see to it that your wounds, your sacrifices, are made whole again. Worry not. We will be with you, always. I hope so, leader. The person you're carrying, Mephisto, is he? Forced to sacrifice themselves to save him, didn't he? That's right. With no regard for his own life, Force used his arts to cover our tracks, give us a chance to escape. I'm legit falling asleep. I think after this batch I have to call it for time. Oh, I'm so tired. Huh? Phantom crossbowmen, my people of reunion. Force will live on forever in our hearts. Help him down. Mephisto will need to rest a while. I'll have some men take you to camp. Another thing, leader. We've lost contact with Crownslayer early on. We haven't heard anything from her. Don't know where she might have ended up. In a hole, maybe? As for Yeti Squad and Frostnova, they're all... Truly unfathomably tragic news. Please, allow me some time to regret. But for myself. See, I'm so tired, my mind is making up words in the dialogue, so I'm sorry if I'm messing this up. Sarkaz, do not let them near any of our reunion units in the city. How far do we go? All the way. See to it that they never set foot here. Could they be hiding something? Or have they been digging around? The team must know something I don't. Maybe that battle was somewhat transformative. Those arts are already exceptional. And he was not talkative. He's cloaked himself in silence. Of course, would be the one to survive. Then this isn't so strange either. Who are you? Get some rest of your time. You can see I'm falling asleep, right? Who am I? What do you want? What do I want? Join you? Fight for myself. Fight? Ah, for the exalted Ursus. Here you're supposed to be the last one standing. Looks like the core city is back up to speed. It didn't stop for long. On the upside, that should have been Reunion taking a group of infected migrants from Lungmen, I heard. But we may have to change up our strategy. We can expect the city to make a few more stops along the way until the enemy commander decides to announce her plan. and she'll stop taking in infected refugees. At that time should when Wei Yen decide to attack. The enemy will deploy their defensive units. We may be exposed in the process and come under attack. I hope our agreement with Miss Fumitsuki will buy us some time from Chief Wei. It's basically IRL sanity gone in full demonstration. We're already very close to the center of the core city. There are a lot of passages above and below us that seem like they were part of the city's transit system. After the catastrophe, everything stopped working. That does mean it's impossible for the cities to function and even move. Could this be the underground structure Dr. Kelsey was talking about? Regardless, these passages make good cover for us. The number of enemy guards had nearly doubled in the storage area close to the central district. We haven't seen much resistance since entering the core city, but once we proceed to the central district, we should expect to run into a lot more reunion forces. The recon and spec ops teams are already in position. So far so good. Why do we only have 3 teams working together? The recon and spec ops teams both have their own missions. Radian is leading the recon team for this operation, as one of Rhodes Island's communications specialists. Thanks to Radian, the recon team serves as focal point for our comms in this operation. Even here in the core city, we'll be able to communicate with the other teams. That's because of their hard work. I didn't see them. The recon team always works alone. Outcast, Radian, and a scout, who heroically gave his life in the Shonobog rescue mission. The elite operators leading the recon teams are responsible for leading their squads alone, in identifying regarding and reporting threats, and attempting to resolve them without assistance. Radian isn't as skilled in combat as the other 2 elite operators, but she's a unique talent at Rhodes Island when it comes to directly influencing the course of battle. We've got 3 teams engaging in the assault operation. We don't need Radian to trouble herself with combat. As for spec ops teams, their mission also avoids direct combat. All that's left for me is to redeem take-off glasses and horse mask, and I guarantee you straight up those off. Please no. The struggle will be real. I'm already struggling. So you're not going to tell me what it is? It's enough to know that they're necessary. You'll know the details soon enough. Each team makes up a link in the chain of strategy. That stable structure breeds a stable result. Conversely, a formidable opponent has tangled and twisted rot structure. They pull in nutrients from every level. Hacking off branches does them no harm. We have to set their route alight before they even know we're here. I think I get it? Huh. Pretty sure you got it all. Doctor. Wait a second. Some distant vague feelings are coming to me. An ordinary unchanging flow with no conflict. Ironclad, and they're moving. Reunions, go team. Let's avoid them and find another way. No time to lose. Amia. Dr. Kelsey? Careful. Can't you feel it? Attention operators. Protective gear on. It couldn't be. Rosmontis, are you feeling any anomalies? No, I don't think so. This is beyond Rosmontis' arts. I'm not gonna do that all the time, perhaps. Nah, just watch. One of the other guys might do it now. You can't rely entirely on emotions, Amia. There's more to feel than feelings alone. When you run your fingers through a head of hair, the first thing you feel is neither longing nor joy. There's something more base than that. Base? You can go back up to the surface from the depths, Amia. Only you can. Then I'll try, Dr. Kelsey. There's a sliver of energy and a strong scent in the air, like a corpse? No, this isn't a real corpse. Could it be? Oh no. Why? It's Sarkaz. Sarkaz arts. Thick with the smell of death. A ritual? It's an ancient ritual that runs itself after taking shape. Ruins? That ruins? No, runs. Okay. These are not modern arts. Definitely not a modern tactic. Saga art's unique. They are. This is very unusual. The Sarkas we know today can't perform arts like these. I understand what you mean, Dr. Kelsey. This is an ancient Sarkas ritual, not a product of the modern science of Originium arts. Our enemy here may be of purest Sarkas. These are techniques not known to any modern country, passed down only among ancient Sarkas and Sargonian nomads. The ritual relies on neuropathy infection, and the caster's peculiar understanding of Originium. But then points with days like, seriously. Like, tell them the fuck. I mean, that's what happens when you just watch, right? The points just keep stacking. The chaotic energy is seeping out of the Originium core, spilling out and enveloping the entire block. Oh, by the way, Kellys, I finished Uta. So, Uta wa Rumono. I'm going to be moving on to Trails of Cold Steel 4 when it comes out. And after that, I'm thinking of continuing Yakuza. But we'll see. Trails of Cold Steel 4 is going to take me quite a while. I can't even imagine how the tempest at the center of the ritual would affect a living being. Toho spent 1,700 gems and it got MP3 karma. Well, shit, son. 1,700 gems? That's like 10, no, 13 packs, maybe? Yeah, it's like $1,300. 13,000 yen? No. 130,000 yen. Something like that. It wouldn't know the difference between friend and foe. Any living thing would be slowly pulled apart by waves of energy. Doesn't seem useful for modern combat. The cost far outweighs any potential gain. Cannibalism. The phrasing may seem alarmist, but that's how this ritual is called. Congrats on clearing another game. That's fine. You can play whatever games you want. Have fun. Yeah, I intend to play Trails of Cold Steel 4 because it's releasing on Steam like in like 2 weeks. So yeah. And then after that I'll move on to Yakuza. Because I do want to play the game. It's fun. I was really enjoying the game when I was playing it. It's not surprising that the device at the center of the ritual is called an altar, considering how horrifically destructive it is. That the uninitiated would refer to this as witchcraft. I don't think ordinary Sarkas mercenaries know how to use these kind of arts. You would have to have extensive arts knowledge and combat experience from Kazdo to be able to pull off this ritual. And you wouldn't actually need to be a caster. He's only a Kazdo Sarkas. Not one of the descendants of the ancient Sarkas still wandering around the world. Dr. Kelsey, is this second layer of protective equipment designed to protect against the Sarkas arts? Not entirely. The amount of energy the ritual is producing exceeds the maximum tolerance of our equipment. That's bad. This ritual can only be completed successfully in a city lost to catastrophe. Our gear will not negate the effects of the ritual. Its power derives from antiquity and cannot be separated from it. All we can do is mitigate its lethality and destroy it after clearing the area. A Sarkas ritual is not only a challenge to modern technology. It's almost as if it's standing to once again challenge the other civilizations of this world, as the Sarkas have plotted throughout history. It's a metaphor. Yes, but Sarkas history is more than metaphorical. The reunion element guarding Chernobog is not a typical grip. I've said as much already. Reunion is very well on hubs and neural networks. Oh, may very well rely on hubs and neural networks to operate as a single unit on a large scale. But for today's purely push strategy driven environment, a unit will be something of an anomaly. Imagine if soldiers who could not deal with the infected, with no training in how to fight Sarkaz, infiltrated the core city. They would suffer a crushing defeat. Right. Then let me think. Dr. Kelsey. The places where the enemy perform the Sarkaz rituals must be important locations, or critical transport hubs. They're much more familiar with the terrain than we are. They would have mapped out all the paths long before we could. They must have had defenses in place before we even started our operation. I'll hop out for a bit. I want to finish this battle, and then I'll probably call it a night there. I'm so tired. The only advantage we have is our intelligence. We know how they're deployed, and they know nothing about us. So we move quickly to wipe out the enemies guarding this area. The faster we do it, the safer we'll be. Don't let them alert the other guards. Don't even think about an ambush. We can't waste time here. Right. I'll help you with the assault. Okay. I think... Dr. Kelsey, look. I think if... Alright. If you don't need my assistance, Doctor... Please help Amia command the operation. You'll evaluate the progress of the battle. Roger. Osmantis, we're moving out. We'll vacate the area after this battle and head to the core city surface. Osmantis, at least it'll be sunny. Sunny. Look at them. The rest is up to you, Doctor. I know you won't let us down. Kelsey, we won't see that disappointment again. You never step into the same river twice. There won't be a second time. Even with the same person, same thing. In a different time, we'll have a different outcome. This world will change. You believe it, don't you? Yes. It makes sense that you wouldn't. But I believe it. Doctor, a person like that, I know. If it wasn't this time right now, Doctor would be different. I've seen a lot. So very many. Even if everyone else wouldn't, I can understand. Kelsey. If we had a little more time, you and I. You could prove you're not the Doctor that was stuck in the past. In this time. No matter how, Doctor, you have to. Okay. Structures are pulsing with a strange energy. What are they? They seem to be a byproduct of Sarkaz originating arts. Dr. Kelsey has reminded us of this before, but there's no telling what tricks the Union has up their sleeves. This may be the enemy's secret weapon. Though we've taken all the steps to keep ourselves protected, that thing will still cause harm to our operators, so make sure to keep your distance. Patriot's guerrillas also seem to have taken some protective measures, so there's no way to completely offset the harm of this weapon. Squads with no exposure to Sarkaz's mysterious rituals may suffer heavy losses because of strange structures. What the fuck is this? Recommended deployment. Recommendation to deploy unit by PRTS. So you recommend us to deploy units here. Interesting. Okay. And the arrow is to show where from. Interesting. Okay, that is going to be annoying to deal with. They're in range of this. Wow. Okay.
滅ユニット戦場に出たからだ。死ぬ覚悟決めろ。ビクトリアのバグパイプ生命を救済シュールを慈しみ。着地成功。ご心配。本気で行くよ。邪悪を壊滅シュールを。
Bitch! No! Ah. Okay.
電磁パルスを停止しました。すぐに救援チームに連絡を。
Should have thought about it before deploying bagpipe. No, we're not using a support unit. So why am I using Glaucus here? Well, Glaucus is not bad. Huh.
Team での戦い、慣れてるから任せて。
Oh,
先輩、おはようございます。
update. Come on, game? Jeez. Something may click a million times.
ちゃんとあなたを守れる自信がないのに。
何かキャッスル3にお手伝いできることはありますか？
6.
.はい、ただいま。フルーツもここにいるんですか？先輩、おはようございます。
I'm just too tired to speak right now. Sorry, I'm not very talkative at the moment. I'm just really tired. Like focusing on trying to stay awake. Because I gotta clear that map that I'll finish up with today. It's a lot earlier than usual, but yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night, so okay. Change to Karobi, I guess. No, Exio.
チームでの戦い、慣れてるから任せて。
All right. I almost feel like I want Utage here instead. Because she's gonna get hit by the pulse. The pulse beams. Well, I mean, I could just split between Bagpipe and Scotty, right?
あら、また素晴らしい一日になりそうだわ。
Yes, I know.
みんな助けに来たよ。本気で行くよ。逃げるがいい。死ぬよりは腰抜けと呼ばれる方がまだマシだろうからな。ターゲットロックオン。戦場に出たからに死ぬ覚悟を決めろ。ビクトリアのバグパイプ生命の救済シールは慈しみ。本気で行くよ。ちょっとからかってあげようっと。貴様の生死は私が決める。
Really? 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 Okay, I have to deploy a melee unit.
残念だけど。
Okay, 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 okay. So Exio can't deal with that. Alright, sure. So I don't really have melee, like cheap melee units aside from these four. Okay. We're double flagging this.
教習オペレーターの基準は厳しいよ。私の動きについてきて。みんな助けに来たよ。本気で行くよ。
相手のターゲットは誰か。
各位作戦通りに行動するのよ。一気に型をつける。
問題ないよ。即戦即決。
ターゲット戦場に出たから死ぬ覚悟決めろ。チェーンソーのうなり声が聞こえる。わあ、本気で行くよ。ビクトリアのバグパイプ生命の救済シールを慈しみ。戦場に出たから死ぬ覚悟決めろ。邪悪を壊滅しうるは勇猛さ。ご指示を。油断は禁物よ。
問題ないよ。誰が戦場で旗を武器にするんだよ。
わあ、本気で行くよ。リラックスリラックス。
Probably should have brought Saria, hey? Oh crap. Should have kept it there.
わあ、本気で行くよ。鮮血が武器を染め戦場を沸き立たせる。負傷した者はすぐに知らせるんだ。ついてきて。 行ってみろ。医療から今行くぞ。よーし進め。生命救済シュールは慈しみ。わあ、見ちゃうところだった。戦場に出たからな。死ぬ覚悟決めろ。
問題ないよ。
どけ。
油断は禁物。水面に漂う海藻の奥に何が潜んでると思う？
気をつけて行動しますね。貴様の生死は私が決める。先輩、ご命令を。少し暑いかもしれませんよ。先輩、ご命令を。戦場に出たから死ぬ覚悟決めろ。ちょっとからかってあげようっと。
Ah, bitch. Okay.
救済シュールは慈しみ。
These guys actually move in.
私の出番？どけ。いい。任せて。自分を信じなさい。あなたならできるわ。
CM for this one, -1 block 4.
ドクターの期待は裏切ってないわね。
I'm still clearing the map. Okay. Okay. Well, to be honest, that was fine. Just change Xia with W, I guess.
お互いどうにか生き残りましょう。
Yeah, that was okay. Or could I change A with W? Eh, nah. Same for this one, -1 block. -1 block. That'd be kind of hard.
マップと敵座標の DMA 設定を適用しています。
It's like,
少々お待ちください。
fuck it, we're going double flags.
本気で行くよ。
相手のターゲットは誰かな。
敵の状況はまだ不明瞭だ。味方の世話だけで時間がいっぱいいっぱいでな。
問題ない。これで分かったでしょ。
ターゲットロックオン。貴様の生死は私が決める。チェーンソーのうなり声が聞こえる。
Sleepiness increase the big brain.
あ、リンゴちゃん、今日もよろしくね。思考を明晰にするは戦術。どけ。
深海の舞を見せまし
意志を堅固にするは規律。まずは戦闘マニュアルの暗唱から。
問題ない。いや悪いね。僕は別に。
本気で行くよ。わしじゃ。はいはい、ここでたっぷり休ませてもらうわ。貴様の生死は私が決める。戦場に出たからには死ぬ覚悟決めろ。気をつけて行動しますね。このチェーンソーで真っ二つにされたくなかったらさっさと投降しちゃって。行ってみろ。今行くぞ。先輩、少し暑いかもしれませんよ。 先輩、ご命令を。貴様の生死は私が決める。
問題ないよ。
どけ。
I probably need to play Saria in place of one of these healers for the CM.
深海の眉毛の源は悪夢。答え。
貴様の生死は私が決める。
あなたに従うわ。
どけ。
Oi! Oi! What the fuck?
了解。誰もサプライズ付きだから好きに選んでね。
But that's bad.
気をつけて行動しますね。戦場に出た時、死ぬ覚悟を決めろ。私の狙いを定めて発射。
Okay, I'm done.
どうして争いは終わらないんでしょう。
Oh boy. Oh boy. Next time. Next time. I'm too tired. I'm too tired to do that today. Confident play Silverish and Lapland for some reason. Brain fart so hard I forgot they only have one block and see him. Well. Alright, GG. Alright guys, yeah. Bit tired tonight, so I'm gonna call it there for the Arknights tonight. Probably won't be getting back to chapter 7 until I don't know how like when's the next time we're gonna get some a free break in between Arknights events. But anyways, I'll be back on Saturday with the new event on Arknights with Sutur's Gacha, so look forward to that. Otherwise, I'll be back on Thursday for some FGO with the new event on FGO as well. Great, awesome. You can see my eyes are closing. I'm tired. All right, thanks guys. See you guys next time. Yeah.